Look at that random lettuce growing down on the ground. You know, things you didn't purposely plant. That's just on the ground right there. Good morning. It's raining this morning, but y'all know we still got to come check what it looking like out here. Look at our raising up. Starting to see some bigger ones there. Nice. Starting to stand up. Our squash and zucchini. Got the blooms all open this morning. Mm. See one of our little babies. Let's get a close up of how much bigger she got this morning. There she is. Y'all, my back toe up this morning. But then look at our sunflowers. They getting bigger and bigger. Our black eyed peas. And the okra starting to stretch their wings today. A little bit. I still think you can't really see them that well, but maybe those. Yeah. And now what this random is right here is a sunflower seed growing in the middle of the, I don't know what that is. Always have something random that you ain't plant coming up in some of these places. Y'all, this morning we in the garden with a whole umbrella walking through. Right now it ain't raining, but all morning rain been off and on. You see how our cucumbers getting all big and bold, stretching out their wings. These were little bitty tomatoes. Y'all see our two random okra we got there. Shalissa, what's up? Rainy and dark, girl. You gonna have to take a picture of that and show us all. Y'all see our new addition to the garden. That's baby Bill right there. Remember I told y'all yesterday we ain't bell peppers take their time and do whatever they want to. But by the time I keep going to the store and buying bell peppers, I can get this one right here and plant in my garden my own self and water it. And it had some the blooms on it already. So I'm like, let me give me a bell pepper plant, cause At the grocery store, they almost $1 a bell pepper now. So in some places you go, it is $1. So I don't know what kind of tomato plant that is over there that I planted, but it's look like one of them ones that I got up on the slab up there. But I'm trying to see if some of these ones like this one I showed you yesterday, looking like it shriveled up and died for whatever reason, is it gonna come back out? Cause tomato plants will look like they be dying out one minute, and the next thing you'll see a leaf come on it. That's another one that's looking sick. But for the most part of all of them looking good, and the ones that's not, you know, we'll come back and we still will clean up that area, and we will put another plant in its place. Yes, we will. I can't until my widow bell pepper get big. Yo, widow bell pepper. That's right, widow. You gotta talk to them like they babies now. Hey, fan from the Philippines. Hey, all the way from Philippines. Could you give my sister a birthday shout out? Her name is, oh my goodness, I don't even know how to say the name, but Joey, shout out to your sister. Happy birthday to her. All the way from sunny Florida. Well, not so sunny today. Good morning, Miss Coffee. Good morning. Um, if you all don't mind when you come through, if you can find the like button, the dislike button, the share button, any of those buttons will do. I highly appreciate it. But look at here. Everything looking all good today. Stretching its wings. And I just said I ain't finna let no rain stop me because I like the rain just like I do the sprinkler. So we coming out here to see what it looked like this morning. There's our car seeds. Don't mean we gonna get no car oranges, but they there. Our soursop tree still looking good. And that one right there, I can't even tell y'all what that is. We'll figure it out when it gets some fruit on them. Mm-hmm. Good morning, IKEA. Our watermelon stretching on out. They getting another set of leaves on the top of them. Let me give y'all a close up look at them. See them? They looking all good and healthy. There's our one loofah. She look like she finna get another leaf on the top of it. You see her? We got that one. Now let's walk the line and see what else we see down here. We discovered another one yesterday when we was walking through the garden. Um, right there, that's the newest one, and we in expectancy for seeing some more real soon. We don't know how long she gonna take, but we waiting on them. Now I came over here to show y'all. Y'all see them tracks right there going through there? Let me back up a little bit. You can see them tracks going through there. Y'all know our friend done been here visiting, right? Cause I see fresh tracks all in this sand and it been raining. Y'all know who our friend is. Our friend the gopher turtle done had a walk through the garden this morning. Left his tracks and everything everywhere. But he came. I hope he came to just check on it. He ain't ready to chew up nothing. But he came to visit this morning. And this morning I had plans on coming out here and cuz I told y'all I'm going to do the um I have a 5 gallon bucket that got potato slips, sweet potato slips in it. That I harvest from last year, and I just throw them in a 5 gallon bucket. I actually was gonna give them away to different people and everything, and I never did do anything with them. I had just set them in the bucket. When I looked in the bucket, you can still see they are very well and alive and got leaves on them and everything. I had no intentions of saving them like that, but they did very well. So I said, I'm going to take this pile of mulch and I'm going to spread it out. And I'm going to plant some potato slips inside of that pile of mulch right there. You don't need a whole bunch to grow sweet potatoes. I have done it before. I have grown sweet potatoes in nothing but mulch before, and they did just fine. I did no fertilizer, no nothing, just straight sweet potatoes in the ground. And again, I always want to say, you don't know how to grow nothing, or you too lazy to go out there and grow something. Whatever the issue is, let me tell you, like your thoughts said. Her name is Miss Yo Thought. She is one of my moderators, and she also has her own channel. And she always like for you to have your own thoughts. Her name is Yo Thoughts. Okay, if you don't want to do all of that, get you a pack of seeds or something and throw them on the ground and see what they do. You don't gotta do much you're doing, but I guarantee if anything happen and you need some food, them seeds gonna be growing on that ground. So it don't take much. Just throw some seeds on the ground. I was about to say Sandy the squirrel. Sandy the squirrel. You seen the squirrel? I ain't seen no squirrel. But I'm out here this morning. I'm gonna see what the weather permits me to do. Cause I wanna smooth this I don't wanna smooth it out, but I wanna make it a little bit a little flat so that it'll hold the potatoes in it. How I want it to hold them in there. So um we gonna get some organization here in a minute. We ain't never had to be out here in the rain before. So let me just make sure it's right. I ain't afraid of a little bit of rain. I love it when it rains. Um the way I'm set up, I actually find peace in the rain. I love the way it sounds. Everybody be like, I hate that it's raining today. I be totally the opposite. Nobody knows what you do. And I'm just gonna square it off a little bit because I want it to look better than this. I don't want it to stay in the shape that it's in right now. We growing in the garden. We making our garden a little bit bigger. And yes, at the time that I should have on my, let me put on my handy dandy glitter boots. Even though I ain't even got no socks on here with me this morning because I didn't think I'd be able to stay out here for no time because of the rain. But yeah, let me put on. At least I could save the toes this morning. Let me see. Shauna, question I had: the potatoes cut waiting to leather. Is there a chance um I sat too long? I just be beat. What you mean, Miss Coffee? It don't matter. You done cut them potatoes up. They should be in the ground in your bucket or whatever you gonna put them in. No, you ain't wait too long. Go ahead and put them in the thing. I don't care how shriveled up they look or no nothing. Put them in the pot and start to put some water on them. They gonna be all right. Yeah, don't wait no longer. Go ahead and put them in there. All right, then. You and I see you saying you say you gonna do it today. Um, I want to see a picture of some soil or something. I want to see a picture of some soil or something in a bucket, even if you ain't even got the potatoes in it. You about to pop some B12. Okay, then. But yeah, go ahead and plant them. Ain't nothing. You'll see. And guess what? If nothing don't come up from those potatoes, we let's grow from it. We just learn. Don't hang on to them for too long. But I'm almost sure, Miss Coffee, you ain't waited. Let me tell you something. I done told you. I've peeled potatoes before and planted them. Didn't have nothing on the back of them. You know how when you peel potatoes, make potato salad or French fries or whatever you're gonna do, and you take the skin off of them. I don't let the skin sit there because we give our scraps to the pigs or whatever. The scraps done sat there and shriveled all up hard as I don't know what. Throw them in the ground still, and they grow a potato. So you don't have you still got a 90% chance. That's what I'm gonna say. Um, I love the way you be saying that. The men on pause got you today. But y'all, we preparing a bed. We gon' I said that this was my last bit of mulch that I'm waiting on somebody to bring me some, and I'm kind of like I really don't want to do anything with it because this is my last bit, and what if I need it for something? But I'ma just go with yesterday. An idea popped in my head, and so I went with that idea, and we gonna put our sweet potato slips that we didn't mean to save from last year. uh, but we saved them, so I guess that meant we were supposed to do something with them. So now I'm just going to smooth this out into a shape that I want it to be in. And we gonna get us some sweet potato slips put down in this mulch. Y'all pray somebody deliver me some real soon. Well, deliver us some. Oh, we need it in our garden. And I'm just kind of trying to leave it as deep as I did when I had it in one of my garden beds. I use only wood chips. So in the garden bed, it was about this thick. So I'm trying to make it pretty much like it was the last time. We ain't doing no digging into the ground, no nothing. We gonna get our slips in just a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all the bucket of when I was taking down the net and everything what I had put them into, and I was intending to feed them to the hogs or give them away, and I just never got to it. I guess they said I guess God said no, you gonna replant them. I ain't think they was gonna last that long. Flash is so hot running out my clothes. Look at me, all crazy. I know that's right. But mine had a pause to it this time. You remember the last time I told you um what happened when they did that, but mine's got a pause in it right now. So good morning, spiritual. Wait a minute, spirited. Oh, spirited. See, I got a spiritual, the another spiritual, and now I got spirited concepts. Alrighty then. Good morning to you. Good morning. So, those of you just coming in, we preparing our bed right now for us to put um potato slips in it, sweet potato slips, and I'm sorry, you all. Okay, then there it is. And in just a second, let me shake this up a little bit more than because I just feel like it gotta have some sort of shape. It gotta match our garden. Make it look like something. So okay, I think I got it. What y'all think about that shape of how we doing stuff in the garden right now? Y'all think that look all right? Let me straighten out this side just a little bit. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna leave it just like this, and now I'm finna go and get our bucket with the sweet potato slips in it, and I'll be right back. This other side. Okay, so we went and got our bucket. And let me show y'all. Here's the bucket that I set everything in. It's a bunch of water in here. You can even see it. See what we gonna make our stuff from out of? Ain't nothing fancy, but you see, it got green. All those are sweet potatoes, and they don't need to go to waste. And I think even the contents inside of it, I'm gonna just pour it there because guess what this is too? You can call that a liquid gold. Hopefully you all can see what I'm talking about. Let me turn it around and see. Oh yeah, I got a good vision of it. But you see that liquid that's in the inside of the in on the inside of that bucket? Well, that liquid is mixed with stuff that was green at one point. And anything that's green that was in the garden and it's soaking inside of water, and the water get murky like that, the grass has now turned into a fertilizer that works really, really well. You can make fertilizer with grass, green clippings, and all of that kind of stuff. all you got to do is look into it. So you really don't have to buy fertilizer if you don't want to, especially when it's nitrogen. But I'm going to just pour that into that because I ain't finna reach into that bucket because I ain't bring no gloves because I thought my hands was going to be full with holding this phone and this umbrella while we out here in this rain. So we getting a little bit of pause or whatever, but I'm going to dump that out and see how much vines we got in there. But you see, we got some pretty good pieces in there. And for the most part, I'm not gonna even break the vine up or no nothing. I'm gonna grab the pieces. Um, no, I'm not gonna even grab the pieces. I'm gonna pour the thing out there and try and stretch the vine out some um across the bed. And the parts um that I can, I'm gonna take and throw a little bit of the mulch over the top of them, and we gonna see what it do. Again, I done tried this. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. I done tried this before where I've done it and put it only in mulch. And so we gonna do this process and it's easy and simple. Nothing fancy. And if we don't get nothing else but except for some more vines from it, then we still had to come up. Okay, we got see spiritual concept and we got spiritual bounty. Oh, it's still still me. Okay, dear. Well, okay, dear. Um, so let me go ahead and dump out the contents of our bucket and let's see what we got. How many vines we actually got left that's gonna work for us. I'm trying to keep y'all dry all at the same time. Y'all already know I be uh a little handicap already with doing this, and now I'm trying to do it in the rain. Well, we gonna get it together. We gonna make it do what it do. Good. It's so stinky too, and y'all already know. Anna is not gonna put her hand in this. Not at all. I ain't got no gloves out here with me right now. You see those? There's a good piece of sweet potato vine. That's all we need is a little bit. We don't need no lot. All of these were sweet potato vines that I took out of them. And we don't need that much of any of them. We got one that I still see is very green right now. We gonna take that and see what we can do. That's just that one piece of vine. I don't know if any of this got any chance of coming back out again, but guess what? I'm gonna lay that out and see what we gonna do, and we gonna learn from what we get today. Yes, we is. There's a good piece. See, that's all by itself right there. I just take something and throw it over the top of that, cover it up, and we gonna see what all we gonna get out of this little bit. Now y'all see. Let me make sure that y'all can see what we working with and how much we can get out of this a little bit that we working with. You see, there's not a whole bunch of ground. You see, for the most part of it, it kind of like rotted out, like right. But we got a little bit of green right there, and we got a little bit of green right there. And now I'm just gonna take some mulch and throw a little bit of it over the top of it. And we gonna see, and I'm just showing you what you can do with just a little bit. You don't have to have a whole lot to get something done. This little bit can turn into a whole bed of sweet potatoes with just that little. You see, if you can't see nothing else green that's there, you see that little green slip that's right there. That's all. And we got another little green piece over there. So I wanted to make sure y'all see that. So I be wanting y'all to understand. Just cause you think it ain't gonna do nothing, maybe you should give it a try. Have a little bit more faith. The same way we do with our own self. Have a little faith in our own self and our own abilities. You know you don't know until you try it. So we gonna take the little scraps that we got and see if we can turn that into a pile of sweet potatoes. So I'm finna now cover that. Try and make sure y'all can see everything. Stay up there. Look at that. I just throwed a little bit on top of it. Give it some coverage. And let's see what it's gonna do. And I'm telling you all right now, I got plenty of faith, so I know we gonna have some sweet potatoes in here. And watch, you gonna see this gonna be green. You gonna see green sticking up from here, which means life is still growing here. You will see. It don't take much to create most sweet potatoes. So I covered up all the rotten stuff and everything. And guess what else too? The stuff that I put in the rotting roots of the why am I so tongue tied this morning? I know I'm tired because I've been up almost all night long. But okay, what I was trying to say was the roots that was rotten that I put in there, there's already worms, earthworms, grub worms, all kinds of worms in there. So you know what the worms gonna do? They gonna take and eat those rotten roots and turn it into a fertilizer. You know, they call it worm castings. So they gonna make worm castings inside of there and they gonna make use of the rotten stuff. And what ain't rotten, you gonna begin to see it grow. And before long you will see our sweet potatoes gonna be stretched out into this bed. So let me finish getting this covered up and then I'll be back to talk to y'all in just a second. And I ain't putting that much on them, not that much mulch on top of them because it don't take that much. Sweet potatoes are roots, so all you gonna see is the green come up here. The potatoes gonna be going down to the bottom. But I just want y'all to see that it don't take a lot of a sweet potato. And then when I finish with that, then I'll come and talk to y'all a little bit more just in case like you need to get a sweet potato from the store. I can tell you what to do with that sweet potato so you can get it growing to even get you a vine like that. But I got sweet potato vines in quite a few places. I was digging up some other stuff and seeing that I got sweet potato vines in probably like 3 or 4 places, and that's just the places that I know that it's at. That's not including all the places that I haven't seen. So that's all it take right there. That was not a whole bunch of work. But see, you got one piece of the vine sticking up right there. You just leave the top of the plant sticking out and it'll take off. And then we had one other little piece that I had over here. I guess I covered the whole thing up. But again, I am not worried about it. Not at all. Cause I'm telling you, sweet potato vines are they ruthless. Once you plant them in one place, you will definitely have them ongoing. Okay, there go the other little piece right there. It's sticking out. I just want it to be sticking out a little bit so it don't get up under there and start to rot. But this is our sweet potato bed. I don't need to do much of anything else to it. What I just did to it gonna work out just fine. Just that little bit gonna do well. And then we gonna see. And I think I'm gonna try and get some more of those rows done and cleaned off. That I didn't get to do because I only did two the other day and then I started doing some other stuff. But scuff up some of my rows and get them clean. I don't think I would be able to do anything out here this morning because of the rain. All right, sorry y'all. Y'all ain't getting wet up over here. So I know everybody can see what's all over the news right now. You can't help but see. Well, not even on the news because like it's like they covering it up. All that's going on. This stuff with P Diddy and all of that goes to show you can only do things for a certain amount of time before boom, the cover gets snatched off of it. Um, and then all of the people you stand by and watch people do stuff for the love of money, and then you try to separate yourself from them after everything blow up in your face. I'll be like, no, you was a part of that. You was in on that. Mm-mm. Boy, trouble easy. Very easy to fall into. Hmm. And hard as hell to get out of. And all the money that he got, he can't make this go away. Not just like that. So it's crazy out here between that and that bridge collapse with the quotation marks on the side of it. But that's what they calling it, a collapse. But yep, I heard somebody else say this morning. A collapse is when something just fall over without no provoking or no anything like that. It's just you just melt to the ground. If you collapse to the ground, and ain't collapsing to the ground just means that you fall. Nobody wasn't touching you. Obviously, something going on wrong inside of your system or whatever that made you break down like that. But we all know that wasn't a collapse. Uh, Something hit it that made it go down. So we'll see what they gonna say about that in these upcoming weeks of whatever's going on. It feels really good out here, not blazing hot like some of the other days that we've been out here. But we growing, y'all. So much crazy stuff. Any of y'all heard about the solar eclipse that's supposed to happen? I done heard that they closing schools down and everything behind this solar eclipse, and I still ain't found the right thing. I guess I just ain't looking into it hard enough, but I'm definitely seeing the talk that all of this stuff, and that's why, point blank, period, preparation is good. I mean, if they saying you gonna have darkness all these days and all of this stuff, you don't know what's gonna happen and everything. That's why it's best to be as prepared as you can. On here one time we was talking about there are several ways that you can prepare. um, I've been talking with Miss Coffee and I think Bench Thinker. uh, you know they was talking about prepping. You know and prepping entails a whole bunch of things, but I tend to think when you talking about prepping or whatever, I'm thinking more about like food and stuff like that you want to prep. But I also want to learn to do that too. But ever since that C-19 monster came and visited us, I've been more so on the thought process of um prepping, and prepping just as preparing for what's to come. Whether it be making sure you have generators, or a generator that can supply everything that you have around that can kick in. Um, if a situation happens where you don't have power. Um, Essentials. I've been talking about now for more than 3 months, probably more like
5 or 6 months. Well, let's just go back to the beginning of when the war, this recent war started happening. Um the Red Sea was blocked up. Um Cargo ships ain't able to get through with some of the essential things that we use here. You should already be stocking up and preparing for things to happen just like it was around the C-19 thing. Make sure you have what you need for your family. If you can't do the generators, make sure you have propane. You know they even have generators that you can connect to propane. We have one of them. We have one that you can um, do gas or propane. We have multiple propane tanks. If you got them laying around, take them to your nearest place. They don't have to be full, and if they out of date, if they outdated, you can take them to a place that refill the gas propane tanks. Um, and if it's outdated, they'll give you the newer version of the tank, and they'll fill it up. And you just pay for like the exchange, but they don't cost that much. Probably the most at this point you probably talking about $16 to fill up your propane tank. But we have several of them, so we got some that's full. But I try, and as long as I can remember, if we have an empty one, I try to take that empty one and get it filled back up so that we can just have a you know just have more than what we need, because you just don't know what you're going to need. And then most of the time when you get ready to have situations like that, you go to these long lines, and then you can't get nothing because it got the long lines, everything already filled up, um, and you just out of gas. So if you got gas cans, go put you some, fill your gas cans up and sit them to the side, put them away. But preparation, stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. They be saying, I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. So if you're not ready, then it ain't too late for you to start preparing. Here in Florida, hurricane season is approaching. So those things here are essential for us because every time a wind blow too hard around here in Florida, you ain't got no power. So if you want to be able to have power and have it in all different ways, I mean, you have to start thinking about those things. Another thing is too that I believe being prepared for, you got to be prepared to be able to protect you and your family at all times, because time's gonna get rough enough that people gonna think the best way for them and their family to survive is off of what you got. And I'm not talking about um surviving off of what you got by coming to ask you for it. I'm talking about there's gonna be people that's gonna be trying to survive off of what you got because they trying to rob you of what you got. So um you're gonna have to have ways of protecting you and your family. Um and I know eventually we'll be doing some extra things here. It's just a matter of time, because you want to be careful. You don't you know and it doesn't matter a color, a size, a shape, no, none of that, because we all know in every group, I don't care which one it is, we got some good and we got some horrible ones. So whatever gonna come, you want to be prepared for it. Even if you got your little pow pow, um ammunition is hard to come by sometimes. So you want to make sure you have all of those things. There's so many things to preparation, but just prepare yourself. It's also a part of growing. Preparing yourself sometimes is uh, preparation also can be just like if you going to cook dinner. First thing you got to do is for you to be able to prepare dinner, you first got to know what you're going to make for dinner. So that's called a preparation. You got to go in and you got to take your meats out or whatever you're going to and let them thaw out um, before it's time for you to cook it. You got to season it up. You got to cut up your onions. All of that stuff is called preparation. So if you got to prep for all of that stuff or prepare for a meal that cook, or you got to, you know, why not prep in a whole bunch of different ways? And I'm saying that too because I was thinking inside of the box, when people talk about prepping, there's a whole lot you can do in that one area. Prepare. It's called growth also. Growth comes along with preparation. Prepare yourself to grow. Y'all, it is raining. Y'all hear the rain? As long as it don't be lightning out here, like I can just stay and enjoy the rain with no problem at all. Cause I told y'all I love like the sprinklers, and I love the rain. I love to sit in front of the windowsill and just, especially like at times when I've had moments of being depressed. We talked about that a little bit on here yesterday. Um, too, the rain used to remind me of when I first knew that it was okay to cry, and I can feel those raindrops hitting up against my face, and they could also shield the tears because you didn't know the difference between the raindrops falling on my face and the tears that was falling out my eyes, um, because of the things that I was going through. But I love the rain for a whole bunch of different reasons. I also see the rain as if some days like I just don't feel like coming out into the garden. And yes, there's absolutely days that I feel like that. And on those days too, I know that it's okay that I don't come out here to the garden, because that seemed like the days when God just say, "You stay in and enjoy your day off. I'll handle the watering of the garden." And even though I'll be saying to myself, I don't feel like going out there today. I'm not going out to, but I got to go out and water the garden. And on those days, I feel like those are the days where God come through and He do His thing. He water the garden for me, and all I can do is just sit there and smile and say, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you." Something as simple as that. Thank you for allowing the rain to come. I know some people look at it, the rain is like it can ruin the day or whatever. Mm, not for me. We can sit out in the rain and have a whole ASMR listening to the raindrops. If I had me a little tent out here and a little let out recliner chair, Honey, y'all might hear some calling of the dogs and everything else out here because your girl probably be knocked out sleep out here. Okay, if this fly just don't go on and go somewhere, I don't need him sharing the umbrella with me. But yes, we are out here in the rain instead of the sprinklers this day. Hope everybody's doing well today. Out here looking at the growth in our garden. Those of you that's seeing, if you can hit the like, I'd appreciate it. And if you don't like it, then hit the dislike. I won't be mad. I heard some people saying you don't. It's hard to know how to hit those buttons and stuff now because YouTube has changed some stuff. But it's all good. I appreciate that one person that just hit the like button for me. I appreciate that. You ain't gotta like me. You can like the rain. You can like the flowers. Whatever. If you like something, like it. Just. And this one of the amazing things about having a garden. You don't always have to go to your garden just to do work. There's beauty in just sitting out and just enjoying the day, point blank, period. I can just come out here and sit and just stare at even the dirt. Some things I tell you is like some of the stuff we looking at, I don't keep it on the tomato plants that much because you can't really see anything. But this squash and zucchini put out such beautiful blooms and everything. It's like I can sit and stare at that yellow all day long, even though they open in the morning times and then they tend to close up towards when the full sun come out or whatever. But I can sit out here and just watch the rain beat on the plants, just listen to the rain, just point blank, period. The sound of nature. I can just sit here and I'm just as content, just like that. I think those are guineas that's making that noise. If y'all can hear that little squeaking sound in the background, I think those are guineas that's making that noise. It's trying to be a little bit windy out here. So, anybody else in here growing anything? Been able to put anything in the soil? I know some people are saying where they are it's still cold, too cold there to put anything out in the garden, but they patiently waiting to get there. in the rain. May sound crazy, but I wanna go outside. Oh, in the rain. It may sound crazy, but I wanna go outside. In the rain. Mm. Up in one of our mango trees up in the front, um, there's a bird nest with 3 eggs in it. My kids went in there of that of the bird nest. It is a very cute picture. And they went back out there yesterday, and instead of there being eggs, there's 3 babies in the nest. And the mama them went out, I guess, for a few minutes to go and get them something to eat, and the kids was able to go and take a picture of the babies in the nest. So maybe it was so cute. The eggs was almost like, and it's a red bird, so that's a canary, I think. A red bird, canary, one of those things. But yeah, has the babies have hatched. So it's just growth all the way around. Increase. Increase. There's this song that I forgot the name of the um oh, I know the name of the song though today. It's called Enlarge My Territory. Love, 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 love that song. You know, I know it's old school, but I love that song. Increase, increase, oh love, bless me indeed in love, my territory, oh love, bless me indeed. I pray for increase indeed. Increase, increase. Oh, bless me indeed in love, my territory. Oh, man, just listen to that song right there, and just listen to what it's saying. You're asking for increase, increase. I sung that song probably almost every day for a year, and I don't know why I'm here and growing with Hudson. But growing with Hudson, if you into that, go listen to Increase, because I feel like that song for you right now. If you come through and hear it, if it's for you, you're gonna be able to hear me say that to you. But go listen to that, because Increase coming very soon. Growing with Hudson came to mind when I just thought of that song. And just listen, Growing with Hudson. That's Increase. Oh, and yesterday too, it's a Terrence kind of thing, was having a conversation about bullying here on YouTube and stuff. Um, and point blank period in general, ain't no need for it because we all supposed to be adults here, you know. I'm guessing, but then you always have those few that they want to stay a Toys R Us kid for the rest of their life. But I agree with everything that he's saying. People should be able to live their life without somebody just because somebody don't agree with the way they live their life. That you have to bully them by any means. Um, and just remember, if that's what you're doing, if that's the seed that you're sowing, that's what you're gonna harvest. And I don't know if you all know that just because it skip around and miss you, um, you have to remember you have if you have kids or you have other family members, because all the time it don't have to hit you and affect you in that way. You watching other family members go through it can tag you the same way that it tag you if it's happening to you. So just be careful of the seeds you plant. And I keep saying every day, don't plant no cabbage seed expecting for a strawberry to grow. You're gonna be disappointed. They don't taste nothing alike. So if you want to reap a good harvest, make sure you plant good. You all, I didn't come on to stay on very long. I just wanted to come out here in the rain and let you all see what our garden got popping in it this morning. And as we walk out here every day, everything starts to look more and more different. Um, but we are here. This is Life with Tashanna, where we believe in growing in the garden, looking at our garden and tying our garden to our life so that we grow along with the garden. Let the garden be a representation of how you growing in life. Period. The high class gardeners, well, that's just our saying over here because we consider ourselves high class gardeners because we don't play with no bugs, no snakes, and no worms. And that's in the garden and in real life. I've been asked before, how in the world is you a gardener and you don't mess with no worms and no bugs? Honey, I got a husband for that. I don't play around with none of that stuff. But in real life, I don't mess around with snakes, bugs, and worms. You know, snakes, the ones that slither on their belly and try to do little slick stuff to you. You know, them bugs, the bugaboos that just like they don't never want to get themselves together, but they still want to bug you about all of the stuff that they going through. Uh, you know, that type of stuff. Worms come in and dig holes into things that you don't want them to dig holes into it so it can rot from the inside out. You know, all of those situations. What you growing in your garden, bring it together with your life and take care of your life the same way you would take care of your garden, or vice versa. Take care of your garden the way you would take care of your life. Tie it in together and watch yourself grow as you watch your garden grow. I mean, our sunflower seeds are like standing up. They say, "Hey, y'all." They waving in the wind.
Do you understand? After a while, we gonna come out here, and the sunflower seeds gonna be taller than us. We gonna be walking like we walking through a cornfield. So, but I'm here to encourage you to grow in your garden, grow in your real life. Um, and over here is a safe place to share how you growing or to ask questions about growing. And we here to help one another. So we'll continuously be coming back and forth out in the garden to see what and how we growing. But until next time, high class gardeners, this has been Life with Tashanna. Make sure you start to grow or you continue to grow in life and in your garden. See y'all next time.